Welcome, everyone. Today we're tackling a million-dollar question, or maybe we should say a million Bitcoin question. Which is better, cash or electronic payments? We live in a time of transition where the rustle of banknotes mixes with the beep of card readers and smartphone notifications. But which payment method reigns supreme? The answer, as is often the case, isn't so simple. In this video, we'll analyze the pros and cons of each option together to understand which one best suits our needs. Because, in the end, the best choice is the one that lets us sleep soundly, both for our wallets and for our security. Let's start with the basics, good old cash. The appeal of cash is undeniable. Physical, tangible, it makes you really feel in charge of your money. You pay, you get your change, end of story. A big plus is anonymity. No electronic trail, no record, just a direct exchange between you and the seller. For some, this is key, a bastion of privacy in an increasingly digital world. And then there's the matter of fees, non-existent with cash. No hidden costs, no nasty surprises at the end of the month. You pay the exact price without having to use calculators or worry about microtransactions. But be careful, cash also has its downsides. The main risk? Theft or loss. If you lose your wallet, you can kiss your money goodbye with no chance of getting it back. Also, handling large amounts of cash can be inconvenient and risky. Imagine having to pay rent or make a big purchase. It's best not to walk around with wads of cash. Another disadvantage is limited acceptance. More and more businesses, especially online, prefer electronic payments. There are also legal limits to combat tax evasion, so for large transactions, cash might not be enough. So cash has its advantages in terms of immediacy, anonymity, and no fees, but security and practicality leave a lot to be desired, especially for large amounts or online transactions. And let's talk about payment cards, a real key to everything in today's world. ATM cards, credit cards, prepaid cards. There are so many options to fit any need. The main advantage? Convenience. Forget about a wallet stuffed with cash. With a card you can shop all over the world, both in stores and online, with just a simple swipe or tap. And what about security? Modern cards have chips, pins, and contactless technology that make them very safe. Plus, many banks offer text alerts so you can keep an eye on your spending and block your card if it's lost or stolen. Another plus is tracking. Every purchase is recorded, letting you keep tabs on your money and get a clear picture of your spending habits. Some cards even offer loyalty programs with discounts and cashback, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Payment cards, especially credit cards, can have hidden dangers for our budget. Fees, for example, can be different from bank to bank and really add up. Also, how easy they are to use can turn into a trap for impulse buys. It only takes one click to buy something online, and you don't have to think about actually handing over your money. And don't forget about the risk of online fraud. Even with better security, data theft and card cloning are still a real problem. So payment cards offer convenience, security, and tracking, but you have to be careful about fees and impulse spending. It's really important to pick the right card for your needs and use it responsibly. Get ready to step into the future of payments. Apps, smartphones, smartwatches are becoming powerful and versatile payment tools. Welcome to the world of digital and mobile payments. Imagine being able to pay for your coffee at the cafe with a simple tap of your smartphone, or sending money to a friend as easily as sending a text message. Digital and mobile payments make all of this possible, and much more. The key word is immediate. Payments happen in real time, without waiting or bureaucratic delays. And what about security? Biometric authentication systems like fingerprint or facial recognition make transactions extremely secure. Another advantage is integration. Digital wallets like Apple Pay or Google Pay allow you to keep all your cards in one virtual place, simplifying payment management and reducing the risk of loss. But there are also challenges. Dependence on a stable internet connection and a working device can be an obstacle, especially in areas with poor coverage or in case of technical problems. Also, compatibility with businesses is not yet universal. Not all stores, especially smaller ones, are equipped to accept digital or mobile payments. And what about privacy? The huge amount of data generated by these transactions raises questions about privacy and the security of personal information. It is essential to rely on trusted providers and adopt appropriate security measures. In short, digital and mobile payments represent the future, but it's a future still under construction. There's still a long way to go, but the potential is enormous. Let's wrap up our journey through the world of payments with a classic, the bank transfer. It's a safe, trackable, and reliable method, perfect for important transactions like paying salaries, rent, or buying property. The main advantage of a bank transfer is security. It's a direct transfer of money from one account to another with no middleman or risk of losing anything. Every transaction can be tracked and checked, making sure everything is transparent. Plus, bank transfers are the ideal way to handle large amounts of money. There's no limit on how much you can send, unlike other payment methods that have caps. But watch out, they can be slow. The processing time for bank transfers changes from bank to bank and can take anywhere from 1 to several business days. Also, bank transfers aren't always the most practical choice for everyday life. Imagine paying for a coffee with a bank transfer. Unthinkable. Another downside is that they can be complicated. Making a transfer requires knowing IBAN and SWIFT codes, plus a bunch of other details that can be confusing for beginners. So, bank transfers are still a good option for important, secure and trackable transactions, but being slow and complicated makes them not so great for everyday use. And we've reached the end of our journey through the world of payments. As you may have gathered, there's no single answer to the question, is cash or electronic payment better? Each method has its pros and cons, and the best choice depends on your needs, your habits, and how much risk you're willing to take. Some people prefer the security of cash, others the convenience of cards, and others the innovation of digital payments. The important thing is to be informed, carefully evaluate the different options, and knowingly choose the tool that best suits your needs. Which payment method do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.